One way in which a Black woman can present herself as a natural woman is by, first of all, letting her natural hair and presenting her hair the way it was without using extensions or weaves or whatnot that makes your hair not real or not look like it's your natural hair. There are many ways in which women can style their hair without the use of any of these products or any of these obstacles that add and add-ons to your hair, making it look different rather than your natural hair. The more natural they are, the more beautiful they look. There are so many styles that a woman can style her hair even on a daily basis, whether she's going to work, whether she's going to school, whether she's going out with the friends or having a movie day or just on a daily basis. Here are some of the basic styles that a natural woman uses on her hair. First of all, she can style her hair with locks, braids, coils, afros, and updos. All of these styles bring the purity of a natural woman when she presents her hair in these ways. Many women might think that these styles are out of style or they're just not meant to be in this society that we live in today, but these are the hairstyles that come from many years ago, and these are the ones of the main styles that actually bring out the natural in the Black woman's body, which is her hair. Clothing takes another big part in being a natural Black woman because there are many stereotypes that portray Black women as being provocative and dressing in a provocative way, but in most scenarios that is not true. That is not the only type of clothing that these women can wear to present themselves as being natural and just being beautiful. There are many different types of clothing in the African community that portrays women as natural or presentable. It doesn't have to mean that they have to wear tight clothes or tight jeans or tight shirts to show their curves or whatnot like that. That is not the only thing they can wear. There are some clothing that actually comes from traditions and from years in the past. For example, there is kaftans, which those have been around for quite a while now. The kaftans are made for both women and men, but when it comes to women, this is just, as you can see, it's just a long robe covering the whole body, no tie, it's just loose, reaches up to her ankles, and it's just a simple robe that looks beautiful with all their bright and outstanding colors. As you can see, it looks very comfortable to be in, and it's actually known to be very comfortable and great for relaxing. Um, Another kind of clothing style that these women can wear to present themselves and present their natural body without being portrayed as being provocative or whatnot is the jacket dress, which is a typical outfit that shows decency for maybe going out for a dinner, going out with the family, or maybe even going to church. Something that is decent and that provoc it doesn't seem provocative to others and it doesn't catch the eye other than being and presenting yourself as a beautiful woman. Another way in which Black women can present themselves as a natural woman is through her body. There are many stereotypes that say that Black women all have curves and big hips. That is not always the case. There are in some cases that's true, but just because some women don't have these big hips or curves doesn't mean she isn't beautiful or is presenting her natural body and herself. Women like this that have hips and curves, they are fully natural. In some cases, people tend not to believe them, but that's how they are. That's just their natural body, and who can judge them? If these women are happy with who they are and how they look with themselves and how they present themselves makes them happy, then that shouldn't be a problem with anyone. When men come into the picture and when men start saying that they don't want these women because they're too dark or they should just be different, change their bodies, become lighter, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem because if a woman is happy with herself, she was not going to listen to any other man. This has become a big issue around the whole globe that these women are being pushed or put aside because they are different from other women from different races. It's come to call the attention that some women are actually taking action and they are trying to change their body so they can fit in and so their own black men can actually accept for who they are. But nowadays it shouldn't be that way, and it should just let the black woman present her natural body the way she is and not try to change it for someone that you might think is better.
Young black women are easily influenced by what the media portrays. If they see a celebrity with the perfect body, they automatically idolize her without knowing anything about her. We are taught at a young age what being fit is supposed to look like, by being required to pass the fitness gram during PE in order to graduate high school. What they fail to realize is African American women's body is built different. We're more curvy in certain areas and also have wider hips, which is something that young girls frown upon because in their eyes that isn't the perfect body. The number of eating disorders is continuing to increase because so many girls are starving themselves or working out harder than they normally do in the gym. Many people wonder why black women lack confidence and find themselves unattractive. Those who do wonder should no longer, because the image is crystal clear why. Our black men. Black women are often talked down upon for being in their natural state of beauty, as if it isn't bad enough having to hear your own race call you hurtful names, but the ones who are supposed to lift us up aren't. Instead, they are busy praising a white woman who has paid for something the beautiful black woman was born with. They wonder why black women are so insecure for being natural, but don't take any blame for it. It is difficult for a woman to become appealing to her man when all he does is tell her what he likes about her and doesn't like about her, and when he's not doing that, he's telling her what she should change. It's difficult for dark-skinned women to receive compliments because it usually starts off with, "You cute for a dark-skinned girl." To a dark-skinned woman, that isn't a compliment. It's an insult. It lowers her self-esteem. Life as an African American woman can be difficult at times. They are often found working hard to change their physical features. As previously stated, young black women are so caught up in social media that they regularly idolize celebrities. What these young ladies fail to realize is that these women have bleached their skin. Many black women are seen bleaching their skin because they feel they're too dark. Skin bleaching or skin lightening has become popular in the U.S. There are some women that bleach certain parts, leaving other parts lighter, such as their feet, arms, legs, etc. Women do it to feel beautiful because their skin is lighter. Oftentimes, women feel that lighter skin is more beautiful. They're smarter than darker women, and they feel more beautiful when they're lighter. What these women fail to realize is that they are putting their lives in danger. The chemicals inside the cream are known to cause cancer, but women continue bleaching.
The brown paper bag stereotype. Today's society has allowed black women's beauty to be defined by this plain brown paper bag. Women are nowhere near plain like that paper bag. Each has an individual, unique skin tone color. Only because a black girl is lighter than this paper bag doesn't mean that they are more privileged or even more beautiful. This European standard that women feel the need to pursue is ridiculous. All skin tones are beautiful, and the basic paper bag shouldn't be what determines one's beauty. Recognizing natural beauty. Growing up as an African American can be difficult, especially in the society that we live in today. Young black girls are forced to deal with racism, so they learn at a very young age to hate the way they look, whether it is because of their skin tone or because of their hair, or wearing their natural hair. The mainstream Barbie doll portrays only the white women as beautiful and intelligent, so this is where it may affect a young girl's self-esteem. By purchasing ethnic dolls for these girls, it allows them to be aware that dark-skinned girls with natural hair are also as beautiful as these white ones. It allows black girls to recognize their beauty at a very young age, instead of making their self-esteem lower.
Black women in the media in general are not portrayed positively. What's even more crazy is the misogyny and objectification of women in black music. In hip hop, they place so much value on the black woman's body. Like, she's expected to have big hips, a big chest, big lips, which kind of is also contradictory because in this society, black women are often said to be unattractive for these very features. Yet at the same time, they're sexually exploited. A famous stereotype that's often portrayed about black women on TV is the mammy. In post-slavery, this was a black woman who worked as a servant for white families and was completely content with it versus working for her own people or serving her own family. This type of woman, or well, stereotype, know who black women truly fit this, was partially made to make black women look more attractive in comparison to their white counterparts. Because white women, they were seen as being gentle or ladylike, I guess. Um, Today, the mammy still continues in television and in film. However, more men play in these roles, as seen with comedians and actors like Tyler Perry, Martin Lawrence, and Eddie Murphy. They've all entertained audiences through this stereotype. It also makes the news report that follows this slide much more believable for people.
Have you heard the latest science? Black women are uglier than other women. So says psychologist Satoshi Kanazawa. His latest research findings were published in the Journal of American Psychology. Go to the site now. This is what you'll see. Poof, it's gone. First, to the science, if you can call it that. The discussion board Something Awful has Kanazawa's graphs, charts, and conclusions. Black women are on average much heavier than non-black women. The mean body mass index is 28.5 among black women and 26.1 among non-black women. Black women are still less physically attractive than non-black women, net of BMI and intelligence. The Telegraph's science correspondent notes Kanazawa used what he called an objective scoring system on attractiveness. In it, black women fared worse than other women. Black men, however, fared better than other men. The blog Feministe asks, is this what passes for science? As far as I can tell, study participants were asked to rate photos of individuals on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most attractive. From there, Kanazawa concludes that 1, women are objectively more attractive than men, and 2, black women are objectively the least attractive women. Jezebel's Anna North calls Kanazawa's premise crap psychology and says the London School of Economics, which employs him, needs to get rid of him. Even if his views are his own, as long as they continue to employ him, they're implicitly vouching for his merit as a scholar. It's time for them to let him go. But on the BBC, defenders of free speech came to Kanazawa's support, saying crazy as his science might be, he has a right to try and explain it.
The LSE has always been a forum where people have been encouraged to think the unthinkable. Although they weren't prepared to say so on camera, they argue academic freedom must be defended, however offensive the views university culture generates.
Finally, a blogger on Science 2.0, himself an African-American, says don't be so hard on the guy. He actually didn't say anything new or, for that matter, scientifically incorrect. However politically incorrect and insensitively stated it was. The man is guilty of being so steeped in his scientific ivory tower that he forgot how what he says may affect real people in the world. For Newsy.com, I'm Anna Campaign Romero. Multiple sources, the real story.